I was born a canvas-covered picture frame. My teacher sanded down my edges, not knowing it would mean I could never be cornered. So the paint always spilled off my sides, making sporadic sputtering acrylic spit stains when I opened my mouth for speech. I never knew to protect my heart, so I let my colors bleed. Most of my childhood was spent playing near cemeteries and trying my best to avoid talking with strangers. My pockets filled with quarters and always in hopes of buying my friends' thoughts, and my teenage years were consumed by death metal records in my friend's car, and getting punched by men 5 years older than me, in garages filled with kids that wore shirts that didn't fit correctly, learning how verses not only get written on a page but also become etched on your heart. But I'm older now, and I planted a flower bed in my chest and waited for the rain, but it beat hard enough to wash the gullies out, so the soil ran down my legs, my bare feet darkened and stained. The roots lay bare inside my chest, a fire napping inside my conscience, laughing softly as each drop of rain kissed its red-flecked skin. My callous vellum hands lay in wait, unwritten by my sides, my eyes stand perched like peering vultures from the caverns of my mind. Because I've been whittling guilt from black cloud promises and trying my best to hammer out silver linings with caution-tipped fists. Swollen blue reminders of what happens when hesitation rears its head and fear wins. And I'm tired of demons waking me weekly before my alarm rings. I have enough ghost hunts I need to learn to stop chasing while laying in a borrowed bed. So I put on a brave face that I chiseled with shaky hands, because I've taken a lot of disappointment lately. I'm fighting truth in the weight of friends' hands on my shoulders when the arch of my back bridges sorrow and joy with each shallow breath I take. And my heart cries anarchy, because I've seen greed trap young women in window cages, wearing less for men they'll pay more when the curtain's closed. I only imagine their pain as I bike by them on my way to work, but I still can't help thinking that's all my fault. Why didn't I smash the windows, set the captives free? Why didn't I do what had been done for me? The canals where the girls worked were filled with swans that floated among the garbage, and the neon signs of sex shows made the birds look like phosphor-winged demons or broken angels, but the crowds of men looking for an hourglass figure to hide their loneliness. And the women clutching cameras and overstuffed purses barely noticed them, while my friend Jimmy froze on the streets at night, laying by the bike paths like broken teeth, too fractured to be set back in their rightful place. They walked by death while Mary plucked the violin strings I gave her in November, her whispered words nodding in agreement to the wolves that sat in her head, content and feasting on her heart. And these things make me no longer afraid to travel roads without markers or take walks after dark, because I see now that the eyes are the color spectrum of the soul. And so many people have pupils that are shades of gray, and the colors never change no matter how colorful their speech, which has made me learn to fashion my words as ropes and set my thoughts firm like boards to build bridges between cynicism and desires for scarred hearts. I wish my hands were set as hot brands lined with the stories of the weaker then, that they would lick hungrily for unwitting palms to declare that they have value. So every handshake would mean something. I just want this all to mean something, because my throat grows tired of coughing with sawdust lungs, which makes my chest write a lonely song with fickle heartstrings, sinew notes, lifting my voice octaves higher than it's supposed to go, and it all keeps getting caught in my throat. And I have to remind myself, God's good. There's grace. He'll let me bend but never break, but I keep pouring myself out like a cistern until my bottom is scraped, and I keep waiting to be filled. And I keep waiting to be filled, but silence never fills the cracks, and I cannot find what I've always lacked, so I stand knocking on my God's door. I know he'll answer.